Omni and just sitting at 107, 3. Be harassed a little bit. I noticed that he's not. So all these mutalisks, they could probably do all the work necessary. We'll see what he decides to do, whether to hold off or what. With okay, I'm missing some action here. I apologize, but here we are at 7.5 minutes, 7:45 in, and he does have a hive that's being upgraded to Aspire 6, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 right there that are. Hello everyone, this is MoSFLo. Come check us out. We're at unigl.net or online at Starcraft West. Alright everybody, you're catching us in the second of 3 games between Omni and Tyga. So let's go ahead and remove these extra guys. Alright, if these are one of you, Live Sword, he's one of the guys on the UGL website. These are the guys, I'm sure you might know them. Revelations, he's been around for a while. VCK, it's an old school clan. Anyways, let's go ahead and go back to the game. We have purple mid Zerg, which is going to be tough. And then we got orange mid Terran. So I know whenever I go mid Zerg, I'm like, can't I just leave? And I know a lot of people that play in the UGL, they get mid Zerg and they just quit or whatever. And then there's all sorts of complaints on the UGL website, which I find comical to read, and I think it's pretty funny. But the guys over there at the website that run the website, that run the show there, they have their order, and they make sure and follow through as far as I don't know, giving warnings, reprimands, or whatever else they do. Anyways, I try not to mess with it too much. So here we are, we got Zerg. He is going ahead and making a choke. He decides not to scout too far with the Overlord. I don't blame him. Oftentimes people extend their scouts and they end up being down one Overlord at the very beginning, and that's pretty hard to come back from. We got Terran here going for an 3 barrack build. He's not worried about getting gas right now. Let's see if he gets it on number 13. And he decides to go depot. That's cool. He didn't have to wait too long to get that factory or that refinery going. Here we are. We're at 2 minutes in, and that should be popping out at about 2:15. Usually the timing is pretty close to get the drones over here with a couple of Zerglings to go ahead and hold off any kind of marine push or anything like that. So here we are, about 2:15. We got 2 drones headed to the choke. Orange did not scout. He could have. He kind of split it, and there it is. Alright, still 3. Looks like they're going to be circulating right here, holding that entrance. I think Terran at this point, they either know that they're either a fellow Terran or which is not very likely, and because usually Protoss, they're either going to be in the middle or they're going to be doing a fast scout. So I'm sure Tyga is pretty confident, sitting at 200 APM and knowing that that Protoss isn't going to be at him. Anyways, he's already found him. Got a lot of Marines there. They'll be able to hold off any kind of Zergling push. Here is one Zergling. Let's see if he gets in to see anything else. No, he went back. He went back. He could have had open view. There's 2 factories being built. Alright. Let's see what's going on over here. Ah, man. Okay, so we got 1 gas going up. It's 3.5, almost 4 minutes in. He won't have a hive up if that's what he decides for a good 4 or 5 more minutes. So we'll see what happens. It's going to go ×2. He was able to kill 1 sunk there to put it back. Apparently these guys play each other pretty often. I think usually with Tyga being the winner. A lot of times they do that so that they can withstand any kind of Zergling rush, but that's not going to happen. Usually you want to get these pop in their siege mode at 515 to 520. Like clockwork, he has that down. He does lose those 4 Marines, not wisely, but he knows what he's doing. He's going. He already established the range. That was the first thing that he researched from the Terran Academy. He's going in for STEM. All right. Zerg expired. So he forgot all about the mother's den or whatever it's called to upgrade the hive. So he's going to go pure mutas. He's got 4 refineries going to where he can collect his minerals right there, and boom, there's a whole bunch. There's probably about 9, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 right there that are going to be popping pretty soon. And that's going to be able to do damage to these tanks if they stay in siege mode. He does have a lot of Marines there, or several Marines there to go ahead and cover. Oh, okay, I'm missing some action here, I apologize. But here we are at 7.5 minutes, 7:45 in, and he's doing some work, microing those mutalisks in order to kill those little bit of Marines. They use STEM, so they automatically are short-handed a little bit. Got the race, and then the mutas say, you know what, I don't feel like attacking a Wraith and Marines today, so they're going to go back and they're going to do some work on these siege tank and Marines there. They're making sure and targeting firing those Marines, and now he's going to go ahead and try to kill as many of those tanks as possible. Again, he does only have 2 tanks. He's doing really well with his money, staying low, and Purple is doing a great job deciding to forego the Queen's Nest. It's not Mother, it's Queen, and he's just making a whole bunch of mutas. Let's see what's happening here. He's not going to research any kind of Wraith cloaking device or cloaking, probably because he doesn't need it, and because there's a whole bunch of OVs that could be getting all up in the business of the Wraiths. So here we are. Those turrets, they're going to do some work. Really early to build those turrets, but they're doing the work that they need to make these foul beasts run away. Again, he's doing a really good job as far as keep on creating these mutalisks. He's going to go ahead and extend those sunks a little bit to help out. I guess while he attacks, those sunks are going to do their work, and then he can always go back and forth, especially considering how close they are. So we got Terran sitting at 107 of 124. We got Zerg at 98, which is very, very close. Right now, as far as the armor and the rifle or gun or attack weapon, it's still 0-0. Alright, so it looks like he's going to do a little bit of a push right now, though he doesn't have very many Marines. So all these mutalisks, they could probably do all the work necessary. We'll see what he decides to do, whether to hold off or what. Alright, let's see what these 3 monsters decide to do. He does have a vessel. Going to be building vessels right there. He does have a hive that's being upgraded to Aspire. That's going to take about 1.5 minutes. If he goes much further, he's going to be able to take all of these hatches, and that's not going to be good. And there they are. They're going to be moving up. The Marines move up with them. 155 now for the Terran. Oh, he gets an irradiate on one of the mutalisks, and that one mutalisk damaged those a little bit. Because anything underneath that green blob, it's going to go ahead and do some damage. Sitting at 107, 107, 3, 138. You better run. You better run. Oh, he's going straight for the main, and he might get it. He might get it. I thought for sure he was going to go after the drones, but he's already done killed 2 of those hatches right there. He has a whole bunch of mutalisks, but he's so economically poor right now. This guy needs to get on welfare, because man, that's a big time disadvantage for Zerg, because you can place them back here, you can place the hatches on the side, but regardless, Terran will find a way, especially if you're in the mid base, to go ahead and crush your hopes and dreams of getting victory. So Omni, he has an uphill battle ahead of him. He is making some guards, but if you remember, there were vessels, there were wraiths already. Let's see if he has any. He's already at 1-0. So it looks like he's forgetting about wraiths. There's a couple being built. But yeah, at this point, it's probably a good idea to maybe harass a little bit. I noticed that he's not coming in on the side with vessels. That's definitely a way that he can harass the Zerg. But figure he thinks he has it in the bag, which he very well might. We are 13 minutes in. We got Zerg sitting at 180 psi. Or we got Terran at 180 psi, and then we got Zerg at 107. Seems like he's been stuck at 107 for the last couple of minutes. So here we are. We got two groups of Hydra, or of Mutalisks. We have one group of guards. And let's see how far this push lasts. We do have at least two vessels right there. That vessel has 10 kills, so he probably murked some of those units there. But these the vessels he did have, he gets a lot off of that side. He wasn't able just to barrel just one unit. Here he is. He's gonna go ahead and hide his command center. He has at least one other one that's on top, and he has that one that he's already made. We got some kind of drop ships there. He's gonna go ahead and take out those guardians one by one. He is establishing some kind of spore colonies there. But there we have it. We just have too much air defense for what Purple's able to push out. He's basically at nothing. He does have a lot of gas, or some gas, but he just doesn't have enough drones or worms to be able to make drone larvae to be able to make drones. So right now there's enough in his base to where it's just going to be constant non-stop attacks. We got two drop ships there, and it looks like he's just going to be happy using those drops to go ahead and just harass that man. Almost no guards anymore. He just has a handful right there. He's making an effort. It's just that attack really messed him over. Only got one kill there, so that was okay. But just any kind of disruption of gathering the minerals, that always hurts. So he's sitting at 119. Now he does have some minerals, but he has no gas because he's having to use it to make guards. And just it's gonna be a game GG pretty soon. $114, $166. Marines are already at 3-0. Use the Spore to attack the air. Use the Guardians for backup to kill anything on the ground. That's the way you do it. Here's his attempt to make additional hatches, again on the side, because basically this front area is being taken care of. Look at the blood. Look at the blood. Look at the pops. No. No. Yeah. So now all the Spore colonies, at least on the front end, they're done. He does have some tanks. Those wraiths are taking care of business. He's not going to be able to attack just with Mutalisk, so he gets them to, he's at 98 to 89, just killed one. And here he's going to kill a lot more. Going straight for the main. Those Guardians taking their time. And that's it. Good game. So that is game number 2. And let's go ahead and see if we can edit this, post it, and get game number 3 on the board. Hello everyone, this is MoSFLo. Come check us out. We're at unigl.net or online at Starcraft West.